Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together this week. Well, the sun is in Leo, and we are chugging along in late Chapter 2 and hopping into Master Shui Chapter 3. We're focused on our heart chakra, our love, what we love about ourselves and others. So we're falling in love with ourselves this week, and we're moving into light casting our personal dreams. That is, being what we expect to come through the law of attraction. The moon starts in sensitive Libra on Sunday, Monday, then gets a little intense in Scorpio on Tuesday, where we have to draw some emotional boundaries, then skips along in jolly Sag Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday, it will hit that T-square in Capricorn, so that's intense. The moon signs most affected are Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Sag, Gemini, and the Cancer, Capricorn spectrum are particularly affected at the end of the week. Now looking at our orbits, man, and which of our chakras are most affected this week. Jupiter, of course, is doing some intensity there in the third chakra, causing a lot of stomach issues for people. The sun orbiting the heart chakra, so those with heart conditions better shape up right now. And the moon this week begins in the throat chakra, so there's a lot of communication in the beginning, and we move up through the nose and the sinuses to the third eye. So you'll have some psychic dreams by the end of the week, and those people who have migraine issues or issues with sinuses might have issues if you are ignoring your feelings, basically. That's how that all works. Looking at the planets, we still have this wondrous grand trine in water that's affecting us. This is going to continue. Now, this is going to be most affected when the moon crosses over Saturn later in the week, and that will cause an emotional trust issue to be changed, and that will, of course, affect Neptune and Jupiter Lilith there at the bottom. That square, that infamous square, is still in effect, Uranus and Pluto wreaking havoc, but Uranus is the real strong part of it, where you have to innovate your personal strength or character. And this T-square, this is getting a lot of press, and this is where the moon is going to cross over Pluto at the end of the week and light this Christmas tree up, which means you'll have to kind of change some emotional rules you have with yourself. Now, looking at a little bit of a close-up here, as the moon crosses Saturn, that's the moment later this week where you'll have to draw some new emotional boundaries with yourself, and Saturn's progressed to step 6. That's the galactic center there it's crossing. And then the moon at the end of the week crosses Pluto, hitting that T-square, so we're going to have a lot of adjustment of our lives, coming to a new settling as a result of these two moon planet crossings, and just where the sun is with our heart. More on that, of course, when we go upstairs. In fact, let's do that now, shall we? Let's take the ascension elevator up and get a bird's eye view of you.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Hello, my captains, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you. And this is for Capricorns, the captains, and also the Capricorn risings, those who look like a captain in society. Now, looking at all the cycles and circles in your life, the sun in Leo is the biggest deal. It has to do with trusting yourself, and this comes down to where you draw your boundaries, and that comes down to the heart. And this is the hard lesson for most of the Capricorns and some Capricorn risings. Making decisions based on what your heart tells you, not society, not the bottom line, not control, not security, not guarantees. Very difficult, not easy at all. So I definitely sympathize with you. It's a toughie. That's the biggest one going on right now. But as you know, Pluto in your sign, definitely opposing this party in Cancer. So this tug of war between ego and relationships and marriages and ego, oh yoy. And it is a T-square to feeling emotionally secure. So emotional security, ego, and relationships all up in fire. And Neptune in Pisces saying, hey, listen to your intuition and don't let your mind get carried away with negative thinking. All that going on for the goats. So as we start this week, we're in chapter 2 of Sun in Leo, and you're working on the security issues first. That's trust, privacy, where to draw the line. Again, it's based on your heart if you do the lesson correctly. By the end of the week, you'll be stepping into your ability to transform your life. We call this alchemy. The power and flexibility is your ability to retransform, recycle yourself in anything you want. So if you get this security part and you trust your heart, that's where this is going. Now, the sun begins with taking action with personal boundaries or stepping away from what's not working, all the way to meditation and hoping that you're on the right alchemy path by the end of the week. So it's a very transformative and powerful week. The time's going to fly. Mercury moves out of relationships and to the topic of trust. You'll probably have a quantum understanding on Sunday. The following week, you are acting on those thoughts and ideas. Mars, though, is still stirring all relationships in Cancer and will, so you're aggressive and argumentative with yourself and others. But Jupiter at 10 degrees says the destruction and the loss of marriage issues is probably over. So no more marriage collapse. No more worrying to whether or not you can be there for yourself. Those days are over, at least for 12 years, but it is time to move forward with partnerships now and carrying out those marriage policies in your partnerships. Now, looking at Saturn and Scorpio, this is the battle with where you belong in society. And right now it's saying, well, you belong being peaceful and keeping the peace. So keeping the peace is the challenge with you and yourself in friendships this entire week, and it trines into that grand trine in water. So it really does affect you. Hold those boundaries. You're probably better than anyone with Saturn, but your reputation is always something you get a little queasy about. Now, last week, the big day was really like Cat's Day on Tuesday, where it was a breakdown and it was a commitment to trusting yourself and getting rid of the things you had to get rid of to trust yourself. And really, the rest of the week was holding space on those ideas. Whoops, there I go. This week, things move into full color, and you take action on Sunday. So you're going to take action on Sunday. This is action to trust yourself, believe in yourself, and change your life. So it's a big action. Jupiter at 10 degrees says you are also loving and trusting that your marriage is not going to collapse and that this is the place that you want to be. So it's a real love and trust of your marriage to yourself and the action you're about to take. Now, Neptune in Pisces says, listen to your intuition, keep that intuitive channel open. Neptune at 4 degrees retrograde says, spiritual miracles are possible when Cappies and Cap risings listen to their intuition in their mind. So listen to that. The universe is trying to speak to you if you listen. On Monday, the moon moves into Scorpio, so things might get social. You might have to trust. There might be breakdowns. You're basically managing your boundaries between you versus the world on Monday and Tuesday. In fact, Tuesday, things become master shui. That's where whatever is on the line with trust and intimacy becomes very emotional. So Tuesday is very emotional. Again, you're holding your space with society and whatnot. Wednesday, the moon shifts into Sagittarius, so now it goes underground and maybe triggers weeds or past life issues. So Wednesday could go either way. You really want to keep your thoughts positive, stay in your intuitive mind, see what God Universe says on Wednesday. Thursday could be a breakdown. Now, out of all the signs, you are kind of set up to break down here, but it's going to lead in breakthrough, Captain. It starts with a breakdown, maybe in that intuition in the moment, remember? So if your thoughts go negative and you fall out of the intuition, that could be the trigger point. There's also probably some bad news you might hear when it comes to your thoughts. Mercury is going to have a breakdown at 13 degrees in Leo, so that could be bad news or something doesn't work or it doesn't go your way. And this forces you to go with the flow at 22 degrees with the sun in Leo, and that go with the flow really is you getting out of your own way, allowing your emotions to flow, trusting your personal boundaries you set in the world, and seeing where this all ends up. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. For those who are living in denial, I think they'll find on Thursday that breakdown is a rude awakening. For those who are very aware of the truth, Thursday will be a minor breakdown, but mostly clearing away what's in the way, and then probably by Friday things start to break through and the sun starts to come out. The good news is the moon will come into Capricorn this weekend, and so it will come out of the subconscious and empower the ego by the end of the week. So if you can just hang in there, things will be gravy. But when the moon does cross over into the ego, it's going to cross that T-square, so you'll be suddenly torn between personal boundaries, relationships, and ego. That T-square. So although you're strong, you might be in conflict right away, but it'll be all right. One good thing you should know, Venus moves into its home sign of Libra. That means things get really cozy and really sweet and really juicy. And moving out of Virgo into Libra means that this is going to be new career opportunities and new choices that come up with all your decision making. Even if you're trying to find new tomatoes, new choices open up when Venus crosses your midheaven. So the end of the week is a nice kind of pleasant shift if everything goes correct. Now, looking ahead next week, the real turning point will be Tuesday, Wednesday. That's an overnight full moon tug of war between trust and actual material reality. So right on your calendar, calling in sick Wednesday morning. All right. Now, looking on to, guided hangouts. Moving on to guided hangouts. I want to invite you down to guided hangouts and practical wizardry, where I have every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Everyone come down and learn some magic, stepping into their heart, stepping into their magic. It is available for viewing afterwards if you haven't seen it, and it really is going to be helpful. People are telling me it's great, so that's just free into the public. Also, I've opened up my new Jumpstart the Heart, or opened up again, for some new dates. These will be on Sundays. These are 90-minute seminars that will help you step back in your heart. So if you had a heart issue, having faith, in your case, trusting your heart again, come down to this in 90 minutes. I will turn it around. People tell me it's a fabulous 90 minutes, and I do some of my best comedy in this show, so I like this one. Also, you got an opportunity to learn everything A to Z in 6 weeks this fall. It's called Lightcast Bootcamp. This is a very popular course that I haven't taught this year yet. It lasts on Sundays. Save your pennies. It's not out of the price. It's not out of your price range, trust me, but it is a class, and in 6 weeks, you will be on the course of manifesting something. I always tell my students to bring something they want to manifest. 80% of them have manifested it or are manifesting it by the end of the little semester. So check it out. It's worth having. And then my final little warning, Serious Joy readings do end in 2 weeks. That's the $99.99 price for an hour with me on webcam, where I'll give you the plan to your personal serious joy. Seriously. And with my new technology, you can book immediately. So some people are getting readings as soon as the next day. All these great things support me and keep me on the air and are available at soulmart.me. All right, Captains, that's all I have for this 7 days. Stay in your heart, trust yourself, and I'll see you in 7 more. Until then, live, love, be.